Hey, Derp Nation, how's it going? It is I, the Derpy Smiler here, and we haven't done this game in a while. So we're here with Gamers Paradise Season 7. Last season we had an all-star season. It was great. We had 11 players from the various GPs from 1 through 6, through 1 through 5, and now we have this game where half of the players are new, half of the players are old. Um, So yes, we have four brand new players coming into Gamers Paradise, and four players who've already played this game before. Some we might have already have seen last season, but yeah, this is Gamers Paradise 7 Vets versus Rookies. Who has what it takes to outwit, outplay, outlast? Wrong game. But do these players have what it takes to take each other out and go for the gold? The game is simple, and it's the way it's been played this entire time. Nothing has changed about the rules. It's the same game. You have all the players coming in playing a game for 24 hours. The highest scorer is pretty much the winner of each round. The lowest scoring player heads immediately into the passing. Then the winner of the round will then pick two players to go join that person. The three in the passing will then play another game. The With the same rule set, so 24 hours. Then the player who wins or who scores the highest in the passing for that round comes back and gets to vote with the rest of the house. The other two will then have to plead why they deserve to stay. Everyone except for the winner votes. The winner can only vote if it's a tie. It's pretty much Big Brother rules. And whoever has the most votes gets evicted. This continues until the finale where there's two people left. So let's just meet the players who are coming in. And now take a look at the memory wall. Yep, memory wall comes back this season. Woo! Hey, so I'm in the dark, obviously, but let's get the first week started. So, in the first week, the contestants had to play stack jump. Obviously, with the way this game goes, the highest scorer pretty much makes the decisions, but the lowest scoring player does get sent to the passing immediately. The winner of this round was Michelle. The lowest scorer was Mike, and he was immediately sent into the passing. And Michelle had to choose two other people to join him, and she chose Ernie and Jenna. Then those three, Mike, Ernie, and Jenna, are now in the passing, and they play helix jump. The winner of that returns in time for the big vote. Mike wins that and heads up and gets to vote with the rest of the house. Michelle doesn't vote unless there's a tie, and now it's down between Ernie and Jenna, and they give their speeches, and by a vote of 4-1, despite Ernie making Final Three in his original season, this was kind of a shocker to me. Ernie was evicted. And we're back with the next eviction. So what happened this is all the players got their competition, Baseball Boy, and the winner of this competition was Fred. The lowest score was Mike again. This might be a reoccurring theme. Just bear with it. The passing players in this round were Mike, Jenna, and Michelle, meaning that Fred chose Jenna and Michelle to go down to the passing. The next game was Color Road. Also, keep in mind, Fred took a little too long making the decision, so it kind of delayed the process. So these players were pretty much doing this game at night instead of in the evening. But the winner of that was Michelle. So now it was down between Mike and Jenna, but for personal reasons, Jenna had decided to quit. So that means Mike was automatically safe, leaving us with 6 in the game.
Alright, here we are yet again. So, yeah, there are 6 players left in the game. And so we start with Snakes versus Blocks, a series staple in just my games in general. Snakes versus Blocks is literally in like every game since the very beginning. So it's nice to have that as a staple. And whoa, let's clear that up. I don't know if you could tell. There's a little bit of reflection coming off my lens. Anyway, so we do Snakes versus Blocks. Jessica C wins that challenge, and Michelle gets the lowest score of all, heading immediately to the passing. By the way, no one liked Snake versus Blocks. Everyone hated it. So she's down, and Jessica gets to send 2 more, so she sends the other 2 vets, Mike and Fred. So now all the rookies, except for Jenna, because she's already gone, are now up cozy wozy, knowing that they're all safe. Michelle, Fred, and Mike all have to battle it out now to see who comes back in the game. So the next game is Fireballs 3D. But before we could get a winner, or before a winner could be announced, Mike dropped out due to a busy schedule. We thank him for playing the game, despite the busy schedule that we knew of beforehand. And unfortunately, he is the 3rd one gone, with only 5 remaining. Hey guys, so here we go. Now I'm in the car. So I'm in a different spot, wearing different clothes to the same old Pokemon black shirt. But here's how this one went. So the way that it went was that we are, what is it called? I'm just confused real quick. I confused myself. After giving them their next game and announcing the twist, which will still continue, Jessica C had decided to quit because of personal issues that were happening. So she hadn't even played the game, but the round is continuing as normal, which means there is no final 3 in this competition. Only a final 5 and then final 2. So yeah, you gotta give it all you got. Anyway, I'll see you in the next.
And I am back with the Pikachu shirt. Ah! Okay. So here's how the next week went. So before Jessica C got quit, they were given the game 2048. It was after that she quit because she didn't pick up the game. But the winner was the other Jessica. And now, before all this, I announced that it's actually a double eviction. But that was before Jessica had left too. So we had decided, or I had decided, let's just keep the double eviction. We're going to do it differently this time. Instead of a double eviction at Final 5, it would be at Final 4. And the winner, same thing. The winner would stay in the game, but the other 3 go into the passing. So the winner was Jessica. The lowest scorers, Fred, Michelle, and Chloe. When I say lowest scorer, it just means who goes into the passing automatically. So then the passing players were Fred, Michelle, and Chloe. And the way that this double eviction is going to work is that the winner of the passing game comes back and the other 2 are gone. So the game is stacked colors. Fred comes to me wanting to quit, but then she decides that she's not going to. But in the end, the passing winner was Chloe, and Fred and Michelle were officially evicted. And this is the first time Michelle has actually been eliminated in any competition of mine that she has played. This is literally her first time actually being eliminated. So yeah. Alright, and the game has officially ended, and the winner was Chloe. She finally gets a win. And the way that this went is they played their final game, which was Thank You. TNQ. TENKYU. By the way, none of the games that we played and that I'm talking about, I'm not sponsored by any of them. It's just something for fun that I like to do. So, yeah, we played. Whoever had the highest level won, and Chloe won with Jessica just coming in second place. But this is her second final in the second game that she played. She won her very first game, comes in second in the second game. So you know what? It looks like luck is on Jessica's side. Maybe when Jessica returns, she might get another win under her belt. Who knows? I'm cheering her on. Are you? But with that being said, sorry, mix up my words. Let's go and interview Chloe. Let's see what she had to say about the season. We'll be doing a week by week kind of talk and just discuss what's going on or what went down in the competition. Let's go. Hey everybody, how's it going? It is me again, and I'm with Chloe. She's actually on the phone right now. And we are going to start conducting the interview. She is the winner of Season 7 of Gamers Paradise. So, Chloe, how you doing and how you feeling?
I'm pretty dang good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing good.
So, your first game was actually the Battle 3, and that was last year? And
Yeah, I believe so.
since then, you actually have been trying. You've been coming back and coming back, realizing that there was failed attempts after failed attempts, but now you finally have a win under your belt. Not only that, but by the definition of it, of how the season was ran, this should have been one of the most difficult seasons for you to have actually been in, considering you were against a whole stack of veterans.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Not only that, you also were competing against Jessica in the finale, who, if you didn't realize or didn't know, she actually won her first game, which wasn't that long ago. It was the World Tournament.
I don't think I was a part of that, was I?
You weren't in that season, no. The original game was going to be the Battle 6, but due to unfortunate events, I had to change it, remove everyone, and only take the people who never played the World Tournament and keep them in, so that way they didn't. Most of them were new to the games, so I didn't want to leave them without anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now we're gonna be doing a week by week breakdown of what pretty much went on. So week 1 was Ernie's eviction. How did you feel about that? Because Ernie actually came in third place in his original season. So when you found out that piece of information, how did that really make you feel?
I was honestly glad because I knew that we had to get out the best players first, and since they were always going to the passing, I knew that we would have, like, that's what my whole thing was. I tried not to get the high score, so I wouldn't go to the passing, and just try to get out all the good players as they were going through.
All right. Just so that we're on the same page, are you aware that the passing is actually an anonymous decision? The player who sends the people actually do not have to reveal themselves.
Yeah, I know. Most of them did, though, so I was kind of like,
for them to do so is a pretty good but weird strategy in a sense, because there's that constant reminder in the back of your head that you did send down 2 people and one of them is very much coming back.
Yeah.
So revealing yourself, and then those people could be passing on the information to others. I mean, it's something, but like, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been my strategy to reveal myself. I would have just been like, oh my goodness, who is it? Just reveal yourself.
For real. It's another Among Us game.
Heck yeah, man.
All right. I'm gonna be grouping the next 3 weeks together because they kind of feel like they were together, because this was kind of the week where Jenna, Mike, and Jessica C went out back to back because of personal businesses that they all had to take care of.
Yeah, I was kind of upset with Jenna because of that, because if she was going to do that in the first place, then she should have done it when she was in the passing the first time.
Yeah.
But I think somebody had already done it.
No, actually, no. Mike was going to, but he didn't.
Yeah, Mike was going to, and then he
Yeah,
changed his
that's why Ernie went out first, because Mike never ended up leaving, like he said, and then he left like two rounds later. So yeah, so we're grouping all those together. But what did that mean for your game? Because not only did Jenna go home, like Jenna was like the newest one there when you come to think about it, because nobody knew who she was at all. At least everyone else had played with someone else within that game, or has met someone in that game. Jenna was all alone. But we got rid of Mike, who was a vet, and Jessica, who during her season of the World Tournament, she actually did pretty well too. She made it to, believe she made the semis.
Goodness. Okay, I was upset about Jenna going home, but I understood, like, not going home, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I was actually kind of glad about Jessica and Mike. I knew we needed to get Mike out because his whole strategy, like, from what I've seen in the past, is he, like, doesn't play as hard until, like, he actually gets to the end, or he opts out.
So, yeah.
That's what I seemed to notice. And I knew that if he were to make it to, like, the final 4 or final 3, that he was gonna, like, end up beating me. So actually, me and the people that weren't in the passing all agreed to vote out. I believe it was Mike. Yeah, we all agreed to vote him out.
I remember that because I saw that as you guys were planning that. Yeah, and then what about Jessica? Do you have anything extra to say about that one?
I hadn't really seen her gameplay, but I knew that she was good from what I was seeing, like, as I was playing.
Aside with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw, like, how high of scores she was getting and how, like, she was almost beating the people that were going, like, the people that won and, like, were going to the passing just, like, as anonymously.
Yeah.
So I saw how close she was getting, and I knew that was going to be dangerous for my game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so let's also talk about how the week that she left, there was a double eviction. So what was supposed to happen, what usually happens in a double eviction, is all 4 players who obviously aren't the winning players, they all go to the passing. From there, everyone plays a game, has the same set of hours, so all 24 hours, and then what happens is they come back, and the bottom 2 are gone. This season, the plan was to make it a little different, have the 4 go down, the lowest scorer was out immediately. The highest scorer out of the 4 returns, and they got to make the decision on which of the remaining 2 goes home. You know, just like how, just like in the Final 4 of Big Brother. You know?
Derpy, I think your call just faded out.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Okay, back.
Alright, yeah. Sorry. So what I was saying was, what usually happens... Actually, hold on. Tell me what you heard. Tell me what you heard.
As I was saying was...
No. Like, what you heard before I got the call. Because I'm being called right now.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, I could not hear what you just said.
So, anyway, so So I guess I'll repeat everything I just said. So obviously, usually in the passing for the final 5, it's a double eviction. You still with me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a double eviction, and what happens there is the 4 players who didn't win, they go to the passing, and they have the same time slot of 24 hours to play a game. Then they come back, and the 2 with the lowest scores are out immediately. Then, for this one, we wanted to change it up. And so what I had planned was that it worked the same. The 4 people go down, but the last place person leaves immediately, and then the highest scorer comes back in, like usual in Gamers Paradise, and then the 2 that are pretty much in the middle, the person who comes back decides which one goes, just like in the final 4 of Big Brother.
Yeah.
That was the plan. Unfortunately, it fell through with Jessica having to go. But now, here we are. We're in the final. With Jessica gone, we're now in the final 4. And realizing that you're up against 2 major vets. Because what? Who was it that... Yeah, it was the other Jessica that ended up winning and staying. So you were in the passing with 2 major threats. How did that make you feel?
I was kind of nervous at first, and then I realized that I was actually kind of good at the game you gave us. I don't know. I knew that Caitlin or Fred had work, so she wasn't going to be able to play as much.
Mm-hmm.
But she also makes very high scores when she does. So I knew I just had to get as much points as I could. So I basically played all day and night. I don't think I got much sleep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I know you've never played with Michelle before up until this point, so let me go ahead and give you a nice refresher or a nice course on what she's been capable of. Her very first game was Gamers Paradise Season 4, where she placed 2nd. Then the last game she played, which was the Battle 6 on Facebook, she ended up winning.
Yeah, I tend to lose to her, so I knew that I had to pull out some big show-stopping.
You pulled off probably one of the biggest upsets in the game. You took out 2 winners and 2 finalists. I'll tell you that much right now. Because Fred and Michelle both have wins under their belt now, so how does it... Actually, let's be real, you took out 3 winners. Because then you went and met up with Jessica and then beat her too.
I honestly feel great about it.
Yeah. Well, you should. You definitely deserve that win. That win was a long time coming. I was just wondering when the fuck you were going to pull it off.
Me too. I thought I had it in the bag with a rookie and vet pair up with Alex, and I was like, I'm not getting any help from this dude, so I'm going to win it myself, and I almost did.
Ish.
4th place, whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was just a season of allies at that point. There was Ashley and Ollie were both rookies that season. And Fred and Joseph were both vets. So there wasn't really a rookie pair kind of thing. Kind of rookie vet kind of thing. Just whoever you wanted, just, throw in, and that was that. Yeah, but wow, you finally did it. I'm glad that you finally got it. Hopefully we'll see you again real soon for other competitions coming in the near future.
We will definitely
see. You're like, I won one. I could finally retire. Boom.
No, I think it's made me more hopeful for a second win.
Actually, yeah, just look at how everyone else has been doing. Look at the ones that have like several wins under their belt. They win one, and then all of a sudden they're winning like every second or third game that they play, and it's like, wow.
A dream.
I mean, think about it. No, I mean, you wouldn't even realize it. Joseph got his second win this year. Gio got his second win this year. Fred got her first and second win this year. I mean, it's very possible. You know?
You're definitely gonna see me in the
we
future games.
we're counting on it. We're counting on it. You know, we're not counting you out. We're counting you in. But you know what? You are definitely one of the better players in the game, and you do make them entertaining. So I do hope for the best. Oh wait, hold on. Oh my God, wait. Let's talk about, you know what? Bonus clip right now. Bonus clip right now. We're gonna talk a little bit about the game that got canceled, because I need to know about your fight with Kenny.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
By the way, if you guys don't know, Kenny was in what was the first game? The Journey. He was in The Journey with his now ex-boyfriend. And they did pretty well. And now I bought Kenny back to play the battle, and before the unfortunate events happened, which I won't disclose. It happened to me, but I'm not going to disclose what happened. We did do like 2 rounds, and Kenny and Chloe got into a fight, I believe, the second round.
So we were actually, I think it was right after we paired up.
Okay, so that would have been the first round.
Yeah. It was right after we paired up, and, like, we had played one game together. He didn't really do anything. I love him to death. I love him to death. But he didn't really do anything. I got the majority of the points. The second round came around. I got another majority of the points. I understand that he was busy, but, like, a good, like, partner would have told the other person that they were busy to avoid, like, me having to do all the work.
Yeah.
Because I believe it was, like, I want to say it was, I think it was the songs that we had to, no, yes. It was, like, songs and, like, video games and movies, I think.
It was the ripoff. It was the ripoff, I think. So
yeah.
That would have been TV shows, movies, and video games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I had basically done all the work. And then Kenny got onto the group chat and, like, got angry because we weren't given the right answers, like, right off the bat, like, what we should have gotten. And I think we were all on I want to say we were all on a call. Yeah, we were all on a Discord call, I believe. And I got mad. I was like, why does he care about the right answers? He didn't even help me do any of them. Like, to help me at all.
Yeah.
And everybody else got onto the group chat and were, like, coming at him. And I was like, guys, I don't have to be that harsh. But, like, I was still angry. I was like, you didn't do any of the work, yet you want all the right answers, and getting mad at Derpy. I was like, he has stuff going on in his life, too. I was like, you don't need to be, like... I just thought it was wrong that he would be so angry about not getting the right answers when he didn't even help get the answers in the first place.
By the way, guys, Kenny actually has moved on to hosting duties. He has his own game that he's doing at the moment. And the only player from my game who went over to his was Molly. And not only that, she ended up getting voted out first.
Oh my gosh.
So there goes my people right off the bat. She didn't play her cards or anything, so they just voted her off to vote her off.
Ugh. I love him to death, though. He's a great person. Just could have been a better partner at that time.
Well, Chloe, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you volunteering your time to come do this. And I'm glad that you did win again. And I'm going to say this over and over again. Chloe finally gets her win. All right? I might freaking pull your chain on Among Us all the time, but I still love you.
I love it too, dude.
So, yeah. But that's pretty much it. So, thanks for coming out. And everyone watching, if you guys did enjoy this, give it a like. There's more coming in the future. There's already a season 8 that's going to be in production probably by the time that you're watching this video. So everyone should beware. There are 8 new players coming to Gamers Paradise. 8. And it's up to you. You could probably maybe guess who's coming. All right, just take a look at the patterns of how I've been casting so far and try to guess. But there are some brand new faces that are coming, like brand new, like Jenna new, that you've never seen before. So that's gonna be fun. And one of them is actually my manager.
Your manager?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There we go. That's the first hint, is that he's my manager. That's all you guys are getting. You guys aren't getting an actual face reveal or nothing, but he is my manager. So, until then, peace out, guys.